A long time ago, time didn't even exist. Neither did space. There was no light, no gravity, no stars, no planets. In short, nothing. At that time, the entire universe was inside a bubble that was thousands of times smaller than a pinhead. Incredible, isn't it? Then suddenly it exploded, and the universe was born. But when was that? How old is the universe then? The universe is nearly 13.8 billion years old. That is 138 followed by 8 zeros. Scientists believe that the universe was formed in a tiny fraction of a second in an event called Big Bang. And it was in a fraction of a second that it grew from smaller than a dot to bigger than a galaxy. And it continued to expand in the darkness. Only when the universe was about 100 to 200 million years old were born the very first stars. So that was nearly 13.7 billion years ago, long before galaxies were formed. Most galaxies formed when the universe was quite young. Our galaxy, the Milky Way, is one of the billions of galaxies in the universe. How old is the Milky Way? It is nearly 13.5 billion years old. Galaxy is a massive collection of stars, gas, and dust, all held together by gravity. The Sun, the Earth, and the other planets of the solar system are part of the Milky Way galaxy. How old is the Sun? The Sun, our closest star, is nearly 4.6 billion years old, estimated to be about halfway through its life. And guys, can you believe that the next closest star after the Sun, which is Proxima Centauri, is over 4 light years away from us, which means light takes over 4 years from that star to reach us, whereas from our Sun, it takes 8 minutes. Scientists believe that the Sun and the rest of the solar system form from a giant rotating cloud of gas and dust, known as the solar nebula. So our Earth was also formed out of this cloud or nebula. How old is the Earth? It is nearly 4.54 billion years old. Scientists have determined the approximate age of Earth by analysis of rocks on Earth's surface, rocks from Moon, and from meteoroids. Talking of Moon, not long after the Earth was formed, a Mars-sized object smashed into the early Earth and knocked a cloud of debris into the orbit. The debris over the years scrunched down to form our Moon, which is about 4.51 billion years old. Moving back to our Earth, how old is water on Earth? It is thought to be around 3.8 billion years old. It is believed that when the Earth was born, it was a hot and dry planet, and the water must have arrived later, after the planet had cooled down. Although scientists are still not sure on how water came to Earth, but it was probably brought by a collision with objects in the solar system like comets and asteroids. How old is life on Earth? It is at least 3.5 billion years old, though some studies suggest it could be way earlier than that. From the fossil evidence in the rocks, it is known that life began at least 3.5 billion years ago, and the earliest forms of life were microscopic organisms or microbes. How old are plants on Earth? It's believed that the plant life began on Earth about 500 million years ago, and the first green plants were not the trees or shrubs, but rather they were moss-like plants that grew in the continents. How old is human life on Earth? While our ancestors have been around for longer, the modern form of humans only evolved about 200,000 years ago. So that's all for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed this quick journey of our universe and learned something new today. If you did, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. See you soon!